Hey guys, this reading is going to be for the sign of Scorpio for the second week of January 2023. Keep in mind that these are just general readings and they will not resonate with all of you. Keep only the messages that resonate and discard the rest. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Take a look at all of your signs to get a clearer picture of what's going on in your life. All right, my dear Scorpios, let's see what's going on in your lives. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. Hope you guys are doing good out there. All right. Okay, I see that you have like a lot of options and you don't want to work with anyone on them. It's like you're trying to either make a lot of money or try to I don't know, it's like it's telling me that you're trying to get your money on, right? I'm hearing something about money and how I think you're working on becoming the Queen of Pentacles. But it shows me here that you don't want to do it with anyone. So I'm also getting the message that this might be you have a lot of options in like a lot of suitors, or you're like dating multiple people, and it's like, since the Queen of Pentacles is upside down, because I'm getting multiple storylines, guys. So the other story that I'm getting is that you're not ready to settle down. You don't want to work with anyone. You have a lot of options. So you're just thinking, who should I pick, right? So you're like laying in bed and just thinking, I have so many people to choose from. Who do I choose? I don't really feel like working with anyone right now, but I will definitely, keep them in mind, because you feel like right now a relationship would just be too much, not of a burden, more of a chore. And you're thinking that if you're in that mentality, and since the Queen of Pentacles is reversed, it's really someone that doesn't want to settle down, right? So I'm getting strongly that you have all these options, but you don't really want to settle down. Ooh. All right, so let's see what else we get, my dear Scorpio. So Scorpio's a hot commodity right now, huh? You got a lot of suitors knocking at your door, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to settle down. I don't know if I'm ready to choose someone. I'm getting a lot of messages, guys. But good for you, Scorpio. If you're not ready, then you're not ready, right? And if you don't find your perfect match, why would you? I mean, yeah, you have all these options up here, and they're all very good options, but nobody's pulling you in that direction for the moment. I heard that you just have a lot of battle scars from past relationships. See how... Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys something. These cards are new to me, but let me see what this is. Yeah, I thought so. It's like stitching, right? So whatever relationship you were in the past, I show that you just had so many emotional wounds, so many, for some of you, just a lot of stitches from wounds and spiritual, just a lot of spiritual wounds from a past relationship, or it could even be from growing up. But you're trying to learn how to let this go, how to let this guard down. So I'm showing that mostly either a past relationship or something that has to do with like trust issues, people not keeping their word, people that you loved and trusted. It could be different for all of you guys. That could have been in a friendship or a relationship. You know, for some of you, take the story as it resonates. It could be anything. It could be a family member, but I show that in the past, a lot of things happen to you and you're just having a hard time also opening up, opening up to a relationship because of these past traumas that you're still trying to heal. But you are working on that. So I think that now that you're healing emotionally, you might change your mind about a relationship being a burden slowly but surely, because you weren't made to be alone, Scorpio. I heard you were made to be with someone this lifetime, you know? And you're holding yourself back from all the experiences that you could have because of these past hurts that you're still healing. But at least you're healing them now, Scorpio. So I'm proud of you because of that. Because not everybody can get out of those negative mental loops, right? So that's kind of the purpose of my readings, guys, to help you guys spiritually grow and get out of those negative loops. Because the universe doesn't want us to just be looping over and over our past hurts. No, they want you to learn and grow from every lesson that you've learned. Yeah, you're having a really hard time letting go of the past. It's like things happen in your past that made you feel, and the family's coming up here. So it's back to resonating to those emotional wounds from family, right? Because this looks like, let me check this card out. It looks like a bunch of kids, and this lady up here is like their mom, right? Kind of. And these are children. That's interesting. So to me, that card represents, family. And it is showing me that you've been having a hard time most of your life with connections because of whatever happened to you when you were younger in some kind of a family setting. Could have been like that you were part of either, I heard, mother that like not micromanaged. Why am I hearing micromanaged? So maybe a hovering parent, or maybe a mother or a father or a family member that was just hovering over you all the time and just always like, I'm not sure. That's the messages I'm getting, guys. Only you'll know what that means. But yeah, a family member that was probably very controlling. There we go. Like watching you, and it felt like control because they always wanted to know where you were. They always wanted to control everything. And this was one of your parents. I don't know if it was both, or they just had very, very toxic ways of raising you. And I mean, it's not like you could take a class how to raise your children, right? Usually, I mean, now you can, but back in the day, why, right? People don't sign up for stuff like that unless, it was available. But back in the day, it wasn't. So I think that, this parent or family had a really toxic way of showing you relationships. So what I'm hearing is that while you were growing up in your family life, either your parents were very, very toxic and you don't want to have a relationship or settle down because of how you saw their relationship was. So you think that every relationship's going to be like that. And I totally understand that, because I mean, that is like the model relationship that you see every day, your parents, right? Or a family dynamic. It's different for all of you, right? So I'm hearing that toxicity just made you not want to be with anyone in that way. You feel like your relationship would end up being like that. So that's why you're not sure if you want to even settle down. Yeah, wow, this goes really deep, guys. So yeah, it's like stuff that happened in your childhood or recently happened with your family. It depends for all of you. But it's something that happened in your past. Could have also been with past relationships, love relationships, but I'm hearing mostly it was like a family dynamic. And you're really working on yourself because you've now been like reading up or looking up information on how relationships are really supposed to be. So how relationships are supposed to be like healthy and not the dynamic that you saw growing up, right? Because I'm also hearing that you may have been following that pattern that you saw growing up between either your parents or another significant couple in your family, right? And the way that you saw those couples. And I'm also hearing that a lot of couples were very toxic in your family. So that's why you think that all relationships are like that. And then you hear people complaining about being married and wow, I get it, Scorpio. But anyways, now that you know that what healthy relationships look like, you want to implement that into your life. You want to basically, resurrect a different kind of belief, a different kind of family for you. You just want something very different for yourself. And that's what you're trying to heal. And you're thinking that if you are able to balance this out, that you'll finally be able to have the relationship that you want. Because like I said, of course, most of you have not been single all of your life. But if you have been, because some of you could be on the younger side, and it was a family dynamic that you learned from, then you probably haven't had any like real relationship yet, just like dating and stuff. And then there's others of you that I'm hearing have been following the same pattern over and over. So it's like, if you guys take time and think about your relationships and they all seem to have the same pattern and the same problems over and over and over, that's a cycle that you're repeating, guys, right? So anytime that we're repeating a cycle, whether it be that you keep on dating the same person over and over and over, you keep, I mean, it's for a reason, guys, right? It's not just because that's what I attract. That's what comes. No, well, of course, energetically, that is what you attract. But I hope that you guys understand what I mean. I'm saying that you think that it's normal. It's not normal to be having the same relationship over and over and over and over again, guys. This is a cycle that you need to break. It's like there's a lesson there, or many lessons that you need to learn for some of you. So, but I show that you're going to balance yourself out, right? That's that important thing. You're going to leave this past behind. You're not going to repeat the same patterns that your family did, or these past relationships that you've had. You're not going to repeat that, and you're going to balance. You want to be different. You want to have something healthy for yourself. You are, I heard, destined for a life that is way different than the way that you grew up in. Yes, and this fear of not I'm hearing getting with someone, or having a serious relationship, or having a real relationship. It's repeating it again because the 10 of Pentacles, it's about your ultimate happiness, right? Your ultimate relationship. It could also be about money, but this is mostly about family. You can even see here, right? The two kids, the wife, the mom, and then the guy old here. So that usually means that you're looking for your life partner, and this is where you're trying to get, right? But with all this past stuff coming into play, it's like, of course, you're on the right path, right, Scorpio? You're on the right path to healing and balancing yourself out, but it's repeating against that block, that they were talking about in the past, that block about, those patterns you've been repeating. It's like been blocking. You've just been repeating these patterns a lot and you were not listening to your intuition. And it was just like making you stand in this, I don't know, because what do they always say? Hurt people hurt people. So, I mean, Scorpio, you must have not been in your best energy. It's like I'm seeing you like very fiery, but I'm seeing you very upset, like a chip on your shoulder, or I'm not sure, something about being upset with the world, or just getting really down on yourself and what kind of life you've lived. So, it's going to be a different story for all of you, but whatever you went through was something that the universe has been trying to talk to you about for a while. They've been trying to tell you about this pattern that you keep repeating, and that until you get out of this pattern, you will not be able to reach your 10 of Pentacles, right? So, but you kept, I don't know, it's like you didn't believe. I'm not sure. Maybe you had some kind of awakening, or just one day you realized that, I'm not sure, maybe you took a class. I don't know, it was something that opened your eyes to like a healthy relationship. I don't know if maybe you met a couple that has a really, really good relationship and you were like, oh, wow, that stuff doesn't just exist in the movies, right? So I think that now that you've seen it in real life rather than just a movie or something you've heard or a Hallmark movie, something like that. Now that you've seen like a real good relationship, like a partnership up close and personal, I think that's when you find I don't know, it's like you were shocked. You were shocked how loving these people could be with one another. And I heard that some of you lived with them. So it could have been like, not living, or maybe you spent like a holiday there or like a summer there, but it was to the point where you could see these people all the time. It wasn't just once in a while where people can fake it, and pretend they have a good relationship. No, it was like you were with them all the time. So it could have been like a summer vacation for some of you young people, or some of you went on some kind of retreat and saw, it's a different story for all of you, but there's some kind of a healthy relationship that came into your life that you were able to see how it can be. And I think that is what woke you up, and you started looking up information on how things are supposed to be, not what you've been raised with or been experiencing. So you're gonna, you've learned a lot. And this is something, this past stuff, you're going to get, you're going to break it. You're going to break out of it. You're going to, because you see the Emperor right here. You see these structures right here, because the Emperor is all about, not just structures, but authority and just like, so the point is, sorry guys. Oh, this is running a little long. Sorry. So this is the Emperor upside down, and the way that it came up to me when I saw it was that these old ideas from the past, right? All that stuff about what you grew up with, you're letting all of that go because you want this. You want this. So you're going to get healthy. You're going to finally break these patterns, whatever kind of relationship you guys been having over and over. You're going to break it, and you're getting healthy. I'm so proud of you guys. All right, let me go ahead and close this out because it's getting kind of long. But yeah, I'm proud of you guys. Yeah, so the gist of the reading is that, you're going through all this transformation, and you're trying to break all these old patterns that you've had. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so you're going to be, or you already are in hermit mode, where you are just spending time alone, healing, figuring out who you are, because right here it looks like it's a mermaid fishing, right? Wait, is she fishing? Yeah. Right. So you're going to spend time all alone, and just healing, just because that's how you do it, guys. You know, when the time when you do the most healing is when you're alone. You have all those ugly cries. You have time to think about the past, and how you're basically resolving your unfinished business while you guys are alone. That is what healing's all about. And I know people have done some really awful things, and we all just need to learn to forgive, because the um, it's just so much better for you. You're just poisoning your soul by not letting go of things that happened in the past, no matter how bad they are. You're just repeating it over and over by not letting it go. So I'm really proud of you, Scorpio, that you really want to do this healing, and you're going to let these past ideas and these past patterns go. And as soon as you come out of hermit mode, you're going to be so surprised at what is open and available to you, and these 10 of Pentacles is going to be yours. All right, my dear Scorpios. So those are the messages I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And for all of you that just had happy New Year's, happy New Year's to all of y'all. And thanks for coming to my channel and watching. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a good week. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.